I will say this, as somebody who loves all sports and has watched the two guys to my left play football, and I don't know if Billy Andrade played football, but I say good morning right out of the box here. Calvin Johnson, Thurman Thomas, Billy Andrade. First of all, gentlemen, good morning. How we doing?
Good morning.
Doing great.
You're going to play golf today. Thurman, be happy.
Yeah, well, I've been in Buffalo this whole time, so we'll see how it goes.
You can't be happy in Buffalo.
Touche.
Simulators just don't give it the right feel.
Not this time of year.
Now, Billy, I don't know if before you got to Providence Country Day School,
wow,
if you played any football. Did you play any Pop Warner growing up?
I did. I played like maybe in the 5th grade and 6th grade. In the 5th grade, it was supposed to be a fake punt, and the center hiked it to me, and next thing you know, I'm running, and I get tackled and break my collarbone. The next year, I went out for a pass. I was a receiver, landed on my wrist, broke my wrist. So I played football for 2 years, and then I realized, you know what? Golf is much better way to go. Much better way. You don't get hit unless unless your golf cart gets hit by somebody. Yeah. It's a much better sport. This football thing just didn't work. But I'll tell you, for a little Portuguese kid at 5'5", 100 pounds, I was pretty damn good.
There you go. I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
Now, you guys are repping the logo. There's nothing, I'm sure, that brings you more pride than representing the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But I must say, 5 minutes before we came on the air, I don't know if you guys noticed, Calvin changed his shirt. I think he wanted to put on a James Hardy shirt. I don't know if you do that everywhere you go. I looked over and I said, that's the human form? That's what it's supposed to look like?
Cut it out.
Come on, do you do that everywhere just to say, I just wanted to say?
We had to put on the good look for James Hardy, man. Had to support. It's great to be out here to support such a great event. But I'm 40, man. That's look at me 10 years ago.
You would have not seen me over there. Yeah, I did mine at the hotel before. I didn't want to change anything.
Calvin, wait till 62.
He's still 40. Oh my God.
I know it. Thurman, we had a chance to spend some time with you last year.
Yeah.
And we all know how much you love the game of golf.
Yeah.
When you're in Buffalo, how do you do anything during the winter months? Do you get in a simulator? Do you hit any balls indoors?
I maybe do simulator maybe once or twice over the whole winter time. Yeah. It's just not me. I want the real feel of it. So I did have the chance to play with my good friend Mike Hillier and Kathy down in Orlando before I came up here at the Four Seasons. So, and I hit the ball where I just been like watching a lot of stuff. Like Tiger said, don't watch YouTube, but I have a certain guy that I follow on Twitter, and I can relate to what he's saying about my swing. And so, and I played the other day and shot 89. I was like, oh, I'm happy with that. So, yeah. Yeah,
Billy, that probably doesn't surprise you. Don't you think players, especially elite athletes like these guys were and are still, when expectations are low, doesn't your mind and body cooperate better?
Absolutely. Yeah. You really don't care. You just go out, you have no expectation. You haven't really put the work in yet. And you usually play better. And then as time goes on, then all of a sudden little things creep in, and then you kind of get worse for a little while, and then it comes back, and then it comes back. Yeah, that's absolutely. You always, the first time out, especially out of a cold winter, and you haven't played, the first time out you usually play pretty good. And then you go, oh, wow, this isn't that hard. And then next thing you know, you get a little worse, a little worse, a little worse. And then you go, I need to start practicing.
It's a lifetime pursuit. I was saying to you, I saw you doing some interviews. You went to the PGA Merchandise Show. That was your first time being there. Golf for you, though, growing up in the state of Georgia, did you hit any golf balls as a kid?
Yeah.
You were a baseball player in addition to football.
Yeah, I played all sports, but my granddad, he put a golf club in my hand early on. But I really say I didn't really start playing golf till like about 5 years ago when I got my first lesson, and all the bad habits I developed were out the window. Well, sort of.
Yeah. Now, the state of Michigan, look, there are so many good golf courses, whether it be around the Detroit area, northern Michigan is loaded. Are you now, is that one of the things that you enjoy, finding these special places and playing them?
Yeah, as soon as snowboard season's over for me, it's time to pick up the golf clubs. And, Michigan, to your point, there's obviously all the great private courses, but, you have a ton of public courses up there with greens that are rolling 11s, 12s. So it's great golf in Michigan. You really can't miss out.
Now, Thurman, there are guys that you played against in the NFL who are also enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, who are here. Who's your guy? Who's your grudge? Who's the guy that you take the greatest sense of satisfaction in beating?
Well, I don't think I've beat many guys out here. I haven't beat many guys out here, but it probably a guy like Marshall Faulk, because I mean, he's a real good stick, and I'm figuring if I win a couple of holes, he loves it. He's really into it. Serious. But I'm not that as serious as playing golf, but I just absolutely do love the game. But anytime that you can play with any of these players, I mean, I don't know all of their games and how they react throughout an 18-hole course. Some get mad, some smoke cigars, some don't. I'm the guy that smoke cigars, have a couple of and don't even worry about the shots. I know I'm gonna hit some good shots.
Sure.
I just go out there and play and have fun, and I've never gotten angry on a golf course. Never.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Billy, playing a sport, and when you get to the highest level like all of you did in your respective sports, it's amazing what the game opens up for you. And now, look, I would imagine as a kid growing up in Bristol, Rhode Island, whether it was Sam Bam Cunningham, John Hanna, who was a great offensive lineman for the Patriots.
Minnie McCarron.
You could name all these guys you grew up loving.
Jim Plunkett, I felt so bad for him. He came in as the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yes.
And I don't think the Patriots had an offensive line back then. I just think they just said hike, and then Jim Plunkett just got killed. It was awful back in those days.
Yeah. How about this week? Let's just go down the line, because you all of you have tee times. We're going to get you out of here. What do you want to get out of this week, being around these guys who are so good at what they do?
I just love to come here and just see how the pros strike the ball. It's so inspiring, and it wants to, make me keep working on my game. And like I say, this is the beginning of the season for us, coming from up north, Buffalo and Michigan. So really just got to spend time out there. So this year, for me, really the goal is just to get more rounds in.
Good for you. Mm-hmm. Thurman, how about you this week?
It's just, for me, it's just building a relationships with golfers. That's all it is. Yeah. I mean, I got a chance to play with Joe Durant last year, and since we left here, I mean, we text like every other week.
That's great.
It's great, the relationship that we have. And so, I'm playing with Jeff Maggard today. I've heard all great things about him. So, just another relationship to build on, man.
Super. I just think the camaraderie is the key.
Yep.
I remember Arnold Palmer, when I was in college at Wake Forest, came and spoke to our golf team and said, golf will open up so many doors for you. And like you're saying, me coming from Rhode Island as a kid, the game of golf and the people I've met and the athletes I've met, we become dear friends, and it's just going to continue, and it's all because of how great this game is.
Well, and in this event, connecting PGA Tour Champions with the Pro Football Hall of Fame, it's great to see you guys be able to spend time with each other, but also have these rounds of golf with these great legendary players. Calvin Johnson, Thurman Thomas, Billy Andrade. Play well today. Have a great week. Great to see you all.
Thanks for having me.
I don't have to watch them, but I think it's you guys' tea time.
We transition you out with not only Hall of Famers, but Heisman Trophy winners.
Heisman Trophy winners, Super Bowl MVP.
Yes.
Guys. I mean,
Super Bowl MVP, NFL MVP. Marcus, thank you. All right, so that's how we're going to do this hour. It's a shift change, and we enter in Marcus Allen. I haven't seen you in a while, and I love seeing you. The infrequent times we get a chance, pick up that stick mic so people can hear you. How you feeling?
I feel good.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, you're the most regal guy. You really are.
Well, I try
Marcus.
to dress like you.
Well,
man.
I mean, you got your Millar hat on.
You're one of my idols there, man.
Well, how about golf for you? Because I spent a little time with you years ago in Tahoe.
Yes.
I know how much you love the environment.
Crazy about it.
I know you are, and I know competitiveness, it's a good thing to have that kind of bubble up, but the fellowship, being around people, meeting people, how beneficial has having golf in your life been for you?
Well, I got to tell you what, Gary, we've already, I think we talked about it before. It's especially when you retire, it's our locker room.
Yep.
Guys don't say, hey, let's go shopping. Guys don't say, let's go to the spa. Guys say, let's golf. We spend, 4 to almost 5 hours of quality time together. We bet, we laugh, we joke, and sometimes guys are going through stuff, we lift them up. So it's a great game for us and stuff, and especially as we, get closer to the sunset of our lives and stuff, it's the one thing that we can do. We're not playing basketball anymore. We're not playing football anymore. We're not doing any of those things and stuff. So golf is great.
When you transition, look, you played 16 years in the NFL. Yeah. You're a unicorn, particularly at any position, let alone running back, and productive all the way to the end, running the ball, catching the ball. You could do it all. You were a great athlete in high school, throwing the football as well. When you transition to something like golf, have you learned anything about yourself trying to pursue something that you get other things out of it, but as far as discipline, patience,
golf has been very, very frustrating, and I think when I look back and reflect on everything, it's basically because I really lost my athleticism. It became so technical. Right? And then I got into, loading on the right side has turned into, I guess the shifting of the mass, and it just should be foot pressure.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting back much faster now than I did before. I was like always, on the right side and then coming over the top and stuff like that. But just going back to like real simple athletic stuff, you know what I mean? So it's almost like a picture winding up. He's stepping forward, but the ball's still back here.
Yep.
You guys can't do it in just one motion. You got to have the body separate. And it took me, I don't know how many years to learn that stuff. It's crazy, man.
You're always learning.
That's
the
nuts,
thing about
man.
it.
Absolutely.
You're right, because if I would consider when you probably started playing golf in terms of teaching and the things that were being emphasized, the way that the best players in the world now use the ground and launch angle and the introduction of not only TrackMan but data and so instruction has evolved in that way. How about going to places you found, places you love? Where do you love going to play golf?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to play a lot of great places. Yeah.
What are the places that your thoughts about being there, whether it be Cypress Point or Pine Valley or
those are two places that I played.
I've
been able to play Augusta, which is literally right after the tournament was over and stuff. So that was amazing too. But there are a lot of great courses. I like Oakmont. One of my great trips was, matter of fact, it was me. I think it was Richard Dent and Eric Dickerson. USC was. They had. This was after the Steelers won the Super Bowl.
Right.
This was a couple of years ago, though, many years ago, but and they opened up in Pittsburgh. The winning team opened up the season, and so we played Oakmont, and then USC was playing Ohio State, so we drove from Pennsylvania to Ohio State, and we played Muirfield.
Okay, Ohio might be as deep as any state.
There you go, man. It's like it's. And so we had a blast, right? We played Oakmont, we played Muirfield. I mean, it's just, it doesn't get any better than that, actually. There's a lot of great courses, though, and it's when you get the opportunity to play, we do. I mean, Jerome Bettis has an amazing tournament. He has it. Friars Head we played. I mean. Shabonic.
The east end of Long Island is Shangri-La.
Well, I played Shabonic, Shinnecock, and National. 3 days in a row. So.
Well, that's a pretty good rotor right
Absolutely.
there.
Absolutely, it is.
All right, before I let you run, this week, in terms of being around these guys, do you get things by osmosis, visualization, that you can hold on to and apply to your own game?
Oh, absolutely.
These guys?
Absolutely. I mean, I think especially if you really love golf the way I do, you're always looking, right? And I'm playing with David Duval, and I think the last time I played with David was not the day that he shot 59. But I played with him in Palm Springs.
Right.
So hopefully I'm going to bring him some good luck.
That was height of his powers.
Absolutely.
Then.
I mean, he was balling then. So.
No doubt. You're awfully kind to come on over for a couple minutes.
Oh, come on.
Seeing you.
Come on. You got to give me. Listen here.
You don't wear a medium, Marcus.
Oh, I know. That is a medium.
I know a guy. Great seeing you.
Same here.
Right,
Always, Gary.
Marcus.